When we talk about Manchester City, we are talking about class, we are talking about experience, we are talking about winning trophies. When we talk about Liverpool, we are talking about experience, we are talking about some of the players, they know exactly what they're playing for the team. When we talk about Arsenal, we are talking about young, talented, strong players, and they're fighting for the team. When we talk about Manchester United, of course, we are talking about experience. We are talking about some of the teams, they enjoy playing football. Do Chelsea have experience? No. Do Chelsea have class? No. Do Chelsea have anything next to Kobe Maino and Garnacho? No. Do Chelsea have anything maybe to Erling Haaland, Phil Foden, Alvarez, Bernardo Silva, Kai Walker? No. Do Chelsea have anything next to Virgil van Dijk? No. Do Chelsea have anything maybe next to Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka? No. Then who are Chelsea Football Club? Can somebody define Chelsea under Mauricio Pochettino? In the last 23 games, Chelsea have lost 10 games, and I'm not saying they've won the remaining 13 games. That will be a big insult for Chelsea. They've won around 5 games or 6 and drew the remaining games. We are talking about one of the biggest football clubs who are now at number 11 after playing 23 games with 31 points. Their next 3 league games, it will be against Crystal Palace, Manchester City, and I think there is a game against Tottenham Hotspur. How will Chelsea make to find maybe 3 points in those 2 games? Because playing against Manchester City, there is no way that Chelsea will be winning that game. Playing against Tottenham Hotspur, maybe they'll be able to score a goal, but again winning against post-Cogless Tottenham Hotspur, it will be very hard for Chelsea. And the only game that Chelsea will be trying to win in the 3 games, it will be against Crystal Palace. Where will Chelsea finish at the end of the season? Where will Chelsea finish at the end of the season? If right now they have played 23 games, they are still at number 11, not even among the top 10 in the Premier League table. And we are talking about one of the biggest football clubs in football history, who are supposed to be finishing among the top 5 in the Premier League table. They are supposed to be finishing among the top 4 in the Premier League table without any doubts. Right now, Chelsea is one of these teams. They're really struggling in the Premier League. If Chelsea are going to be behaving the same way they behaved and the same way they played in the game against Wolves, a winnable game that Chelsea could have won maybe 3-0 or 3-1, they gave Wolves an easy time. Chelsea players were all over the place. Chelsea midfield is very sick. Chelsea defense line is very shambolic. And now Chelsea forward line is one of the worst forward line in the Premier League. What's really going on with these Chelsea players? Are these players even good enough to play for Chelsea Football Club? Chelsea midfield is worth billions of money. And Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez are 2 of the players. They have really showed they cannot play a good football together for that ministry. And how are Chelsea going to be fixing their midfield now that they have 2 of the very expensive midfielders and they are not doing exactly what they are supposed to be doing? They are not doing what Chelsea fans were expecting these players to come and do for the team. They are all over the place. Are Chelsea going to be selling Moses Caicedo for less than what they paid for the player? Are Chelsea going to be selling Enzo Fernandez for less than what they paid to sign the player into the team? The Moses Caicedo who are playing for Brighton is totally different from the Moses Caicedo who is now playing for Chelsea. These are 2 totally different players. What's happening with Moses Caicedo? Well, Chelsea is one of these teams, when a player comes, their performance really drops. Because we've seen some of the players leaving Chelsea and doing really, really well. A good example, Timo Werner is really doing well right now at Tottenham Hotspur than how he was doing at Chelsea. Another example, Jorginho, when he was at Chelsea, he was one of these players who was always on the bench. Right now at Arsenal, he is one of the best players. He was actually the player of the month, Premier League player of the month, because he's now working with some of the best players in the Premier League. He's working under one of the best coaches in the Premier League. And that's a clear evidence or a clear picture of what's really going on with Chelsea. How many seasons will it take for Chelsea to start competing with Manchester City? How many seasons will it take for Chelsea to start competing with Liverpool? I'm talking about the current Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. We've seen what he has done with his team. How many seasons will it take for Chelsea to start competing again with Arsenal, Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, Aston Villa, and all these other improved teams in the Premier League? What Chelsea fans were expecting from Pochettino is totally different from what we are seeing right now. Is totally the opposite of what we are seeing right now at Chelsea. All these other teams in the Premier League are scoring goals. Even Burnley and Luton are scoring goals. Then there is Chelsea, who have decided to depend on Mykhailo Mudryk, Nicholas Jackson, Raheem Sterling, Disasi, who is scoring on goals, and Caicedo to score enough goals for them to finish among the 5 in the Premier League table, which it will be a big and a very big disappointment for Chelsea. They aren't going to be finishing anywhere around number 6 or number 7 in the Premier League table. And if Chelsea are going to be shambolically performing the same way they performed in their game against Wolves, I'm afraid, but I think they'll finish around number 15 in the Premier League table this season, which will be one of the worst seasons in Chelsea's history. And for those who are saying now Pochettino should be leaving the team, Oh, Pochettino is now not the right man to take Chelsea to where they're supposed to be. Pochettino is not the right coach to take Chelsea back into their winning ways. How are you expecting Pochettino to come into the team and start doing miracles immediately? Were you expecting Pochettino to come to Chelsea and start showing these players how to play football? Because these players are behaving like they were not playing football in the teams they were before coming to Chelsea. Let me know one of the players who is really doing well right now is Chelsea. One of the players they're showing they were playing football in the teams they were before being signed into the team. Maybe Kopamo is the only player who's doing some footballing at Chelsea since all these other players are all over the place. And Chelsea are showing they have enough good players in the team and letting January transfer season pass them without finding a good goal scorer for the team. That was a big mistake for Chelsea. They should have found a way of signing a good striker into the team. Let us know what you think about Chelsea's situation in the comment section down below. Do you think this is now the right time for Chelsea maybe to find a new manager into the team? Or you think they should be giving Mauricio Pochettino enough time for him to continue building the team and maybe finding a way of taking Chelsea back into their winning ways and find a way of winning trophies with his team? Because right now 80% of Chelsea fans, they feel like it is now the right time for Chelsea and Mauricio Pochettino to end their business. And when you talk about percentage, 72% of you people watching this video right now haven't subscribed to our channel. What are you doing? Like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you on our next one. Till then, stay safe.